Yeah, I got the keys and these got keychains. They keep taking shots, but they missing, they need aim. Caught the signal like Bruce Wayne. Never had it all, but I built it from loose change. Life is like a white tee, baby, it gets stained. But you better bundle up, cause it's a cold game. That's all anybody's ever said about me. And yeah, I like you cut loose, too. You might think I chose this way of living, nah, but it chose me. You can hear me coming with a 6-2 humming, Guns N' Roses bumping through a 12 in the floor. I don't need me nothing but a spot out in the country. I smile when they say that I ain't me anymore. Ain't a thing changed around here but the money. You try to mix it up, but let me tell you something. Same and my Dixie, same rowdy bar.
Here in the north, the Yaller horn is about to sound and send two teams to battle here at US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis, Minnesota. Coming up, we have a good one for you between the San Francisco 49ers and the Minnesota Vikings. Just about halfway through the season now. Still a lot of ball to be played as we're off in Week 8. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down inside the 20 on an uneventful effort.
At their own 19-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is 1st and 10. Lone back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. There he goes on the right side. He does it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings take a 6-0 lead right away. So one snap, and they're in the end zone, Brock. Tell those stat keepers to be ready. Might be a very busy game for them.
I'm kind of up for that. You kind of like that little pace?
A hundo, partner. 100%.
And to do it on the ground, to boot. What a way to begin the proceedings. The first punch thrown in the 4-quarter boxing match ends up being a haymaker.
That one splits the uprights. And the Vikings will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
49ers nothing.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Play action now with Purdy. Has it downfield working the left. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that gives the 49ers the first. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On 1st down, they'll run. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be 2nd down.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard running backs say there's just sometimes you got to run into darkness. Just go where there is no lane and hope that something opens along the way. That linebacker said, not this time.
1st down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 2.
3rd and just 2 to go. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's tackled with a 1st down yardage.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because money down, they want the ball. But a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Purdy on 1st down. Ooh, on him quick there, and they bring him to the turf. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's 2nd down.
We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Following the sack needs some positive yards here. It is 2nd down and 18. Shotgun snap for Purdy. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. His first target doesn't lead to his first catch. That's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive down the field. Those windows and throwing lanes, Kate, they're not open very long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be thrown off.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets it down to the 14. 3rd and 18 kills most drives, right? But they find an opening and hit it to pick up the first.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
They'll run here on 1st down. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
From the gun is Purdy. Looking for his back, but he will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
On third down, Purdy. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Took his shot at 6 that time. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long. Okay, already a big decision to make on your opening drive, Brock. Is this 4-down territory, or do you take the field goal and be happy to start off with some points?
Well, remember, Caden, I think we're going to see this all year long. This new kickoff rule is real. You know, that ball now coming out to the 35-yard line, it affects the data and the decision-making. You're going to see more and more teams be aggressive, and I would be. They were able to answer a score with a score, maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Quick throw, right side, complete to start this drive. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Now looking to throw. Looking right, and he finds it. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. A gain of 26 yards there. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So first down from the 41.
Here we go.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. And it's not just you quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Back to the line they go. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Nick Martin picks it off.
Intercepted by the 49ers. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up first and 10. Purdy on the play action. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Finds him over the middle. And he takes it just inside the 40, down to the 39.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Looking to throw, Purdy. Forces that one, and it's intercepted. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
First and 10 from the 32. Right up the gut. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
33-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They won't snap it in time. That is going to be the end of the first quarter. 7-3 is our score. More from US Bank Stadium after the break. Ready now for the second quarter to begin. Vikings in control of it. They're looking down to 2nd and 9. Complete right side. Burton has it. And he has it right near midfield here. It's like about a yard short. That's 16 on the pickup. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Design bootleg here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now we're on the counter. They'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. Here's 5 on that play. They need 5 more now on 3rd down.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to and keep them from piling on those yards.
19 Lions.
Back-to-back carries here. 3 inside the 30. It's a Minnesota touchdown. The Vikings parlay the interception into points.
Okay, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards, but the elite backs, they could take it to the house.
That one right down the middle. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11.
49ers 3.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And he'll take a knee in the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Off the play fake. Purdy. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And nice work by the defense to start this drive out. It's a sack on the first play.
That was a situation where I think the previous drive, really affected the decision-making there. Coming off a pick, he wasn't about to challenge the coverage. Instead, well, he just took his medicine.
Throwing now out of the shotgun. Connects on the crosser. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
The ball's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. Well, the extra blocking sure didn't spring that run the way they hoped it would, Brock.
In the old West Coast system, you call 12 personnel, 2 tight ends, Tiger. Tiger package comes on the field. That was a whole lot more like a kitty cat effort there.
Now it's Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be across midfield, close to the 45 before going out.
I know I can sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll air it out on 3rd. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
He'll get it at the 9. He gets him out of the deep part of their half. This is out across the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. They'll work against the blitz. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's taken down quickly. Nicely done by the defense, but the catch does get him to the 39-yard line. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
Those routes across the field become oh so dangerous the longer that play progresses. It gives him more time to get free, wiggle away from that man-to-man coverage. With enough time, it's almost inevitable he'll find enough space for a completion.
Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
Here we go. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Another carry for him. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 4 on that run. That's going to bring up 3rd and 5.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
About set. This is 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Incomplete.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Blowing back, gets the handoff. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 7 on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. Sit tight. More coming your way from US Bank Stadium after this. Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
Outside.
30 to throw it. Finds him on the crossing route. Space on the right. He's got room. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers make it a one-score game before halftime.
I know you got to mix your looks defensively. You just can't play all zone coverage, and sometimes you got to play man-to-man. But with the receiver, with that kind of speed, that is scary, and he just made him pay.
On is Chad Ryland for the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 4.
14. 49ers 10.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This return starts at the 5. This makes it up to the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
First call here coming from the shotgun. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. Still going inside the 35. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
I love this, Kate. No issues at all going to this receiver in the short field because they know at any time when this man touches the ball, he can transform a short completion into a big play.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and punch it in. And they'll bring it to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grow their lead just before halftime. They'll try this extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Vikings drive their lead to 11.
49ers 10.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. And now blocking what looked like ahead of him there, Brock. So he's going to take a knee, and this is going to come out to the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10.
Get set. 18. Go.
Purdy looking to throw. Completed over the middle. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
First down, Purdy to throw. Has it downfield working the left. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. San Francisco calls it second timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Vikings get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season.
I don't know about you, but I'm a little surprised that one didn't make it all the way back for 6. Took some amazing effort from the guys making the tackle to save a touchdown, but still an outstanding return from a defense that sensed they needed the big play, and they found it.
60 Bison.
Now they're going to throw out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
Back to the air they go on 2nd down. He beams one deep right side. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And the 49ers get the football back with minimal time to go in our half.
Hey, we know in this league, takeaways are a big deal, but you get an interception and chunk yards with it, that is a gold star effort.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. Play action now. Purdy. Throwing deep here for the end zone. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football, well, just like their receiver teammates. And they can score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
That one splits the uprights. And the 49ers cut the lead down to 4. We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
This could be it. This could be the turning point. Let's
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything.
Check. Ready? Bravo 80. Check.
Looks like they'll play it safe with a run to the outside. He scampers ahead for about 4. It's 2nd down now. Just before halftime, we get a timeout taken.
Ready up.
Here's the final play of our first half.
60 Eagles. Cut 19.
The final throw before the break. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well, if you love high-scoring games, no doubt you have been glued to your television so far. And no signs of slowing down as we begin our second half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. Great starting spot here for the 49ers. They're headed up 1st and 10. Purdy setting up that play action. Caught for big yards on the right side. And this one will get them into enemy territory. Hit and stopped quickly, but the catch moves him to the 48. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
They'll run it from the gun. This is going to be down to, it looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. They gain 11 on that play, and that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
I just love that so much, Kate. Yeah, they trailed at the break, but that doesn't deter you from running the ball. And results like that will more than likely have them lean into the run game.
Purdy on 1st down. It is caught left side. And he's going to take this in for the San Francisco touchdown. The 49ers take the lead right away in half number 2. Well, Brock, even with it being possibly the most popular route for teams to go to, sometimes you get it on the slants, you find yourself in the gap to turn it into much more, including what we just saw, 6 points.
All this time on task between you and I together, why do you think it's the most popular route?
Easy for the QB?
Yeah, I mean, short distance, easy for the QB, and it's also great versus man or zone. There really is not a defense that you can employ out there. When you execute it right and you execute it on time, the big plays, and sometimes like this, touchdowns will follow.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Ready.
Minnesota into formation. It's 1st and 10. Give now to the running back. And this is brought to a stop up at, say, the 34-yard line there. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from 1st down to 1st down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Give some credit to the defense on that one. We don't see him get fooled into making the wrong read very often in the RPO. That's why the RPO, in fact, is part of their game to begin with. He normally makes the right call. He didn't do it there.
Offense to the line for second down. Setting up to throw. The throw left side finds Burden. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Pass play coming here. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Vikings are going to have a first down.
Here we go, set.
Running it now out of the gun. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
These big D tackles in this league, they love weaponizing their size right in the middle of the field. It is so hard to clear lane against them. And once he got his paw on him, it was dead on arrival.
On the comeback route. He hangs on nicely through that hit. Nothing added to the catch, but they're down to the 28. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Plowing up the middle. Running in the red zone. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Would have liked to have kept that big play, but the officials and penalties say no. It's got to come back. They go play action on first down. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they face second down.
You know what that route is called, right, Kate? OTB. Over the ball. And those are the ones you've got to hit. You've got to be able to play offense from the inside out. Got to find a completion right there.
All right, following the incompletion, here's second down.
Here we go, here we go. Panther 60, Panther 60.
Working now from the gun. Throw left side is hauled in by Loveland. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Here's a give on first and goal. And he won't get in. The daylight was there for just a second, but it closed just in time to keep him out. It's going to be second and goal.
Oh, so aggravatingly close to a safety on that one right there, Kate. Just a matter of a foot, and they could have had some points on the board defensively.
Let's go now. Mustang 19, 70 Timberwolf. Go.
Back on second and goal. And this finds him in the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings grab the lead on their first series of the half. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yeah, such just a difference-making receiver, Kate. You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. What makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
The Vikings have it teed up, and play resumes with the kick. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own
49ers to the line. 1st and 10. Hand off to the back. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Caught quickly on the slant. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Gosh, I really like this receiver on that drag route in particular. Why? Because he's a guy that creates after the catch. They don't close quickly. He could take it to the house.
Blown back in the backfield, and he gets the handoff. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Just a little short, but still a 9-yard pickup. That's going to bring up 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Shotgun snap for Purdy. Looking right, and he finds him. And they bring him down after what he thought was a great game, but officials are saying he had some extra help. They got a flag down. I think this might be a hold, partner. So after figuring out the flag, now we've reached the end of our 3rd quarter. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. So this is going to be 2nd down and long following the holding flag. From the gun is Purdy. Has him on the quick hitter. On the move, past the 40. And they're going to bring him down, but not until he gets it down to their 32-yard line. It's a pickup of 26. And that gives the 49ers the first. And for somebody who's been picked off like he has, Brock, you got to admire his determination to keep attacking these coverages.
Yeah, that is risk. Right into double coverage yet again. But this guy's got what I call a high belief factor in himself.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. Caught, nice gain left side. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that means it'll be 1st down San Francisco.
There are times a quarterback's got to be blacksmiths. When you're in the pocket, there's just a certain timing and precision. When you get outside that pocket, you got to be an artist. You got to be creative, and this guy is.
Dive play straight ahead. That's some room to work. And he's brought down after a great gain. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he pushes them a little closer to the 3. Only one on the carry, so that's going to bring up 2nd and goal from the 3.
Brings up 2nd and
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Purdy throwing here. And he brings it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a 4th quarter lead. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. Sometimes these dudes can be a quarterback's best friend, finding the tight end in the end zone for 6.
And it really has been that way for decades when you think about it, Kate. From John Mackey to Tony Gonzalez to Travis Kelce. The position can be such a mismatch when you're going for the end zone.
That one right down the middle. And the 49ers push their lead to 3. The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's first and 10. Here's the handoff. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one to the 41. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that means a fresh set of downs for Minnesota.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. Short pass brought in. And he's able to move past the 45 before going out.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves.
Back to throw. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Wow, certainly found the weak spot in the coverage with that catch. Really goes to show they trust every single player, receiver, running back, in that case, tight end, to be a playmaker in this offense.
Throwing from the gun. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
2nd and 10 now from the 32 after the incompletion.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Viking, 18.
Throwing it again here. Sends this to the end zone. And no one had a shot at that. It's at the back of the end zone, incomplete. Thought he had a touchdown there. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Defensive coaches in the NFL say it all the time. Limit the big play. Keep these guys in front of you. Well, this defense is going to have to stay vigilant because this receiver, he could take the lid off a defense at any time.
Looking to throw. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he sails that one over the end zone. Great play defensively there to just get a hand in there and deny that touchdown.
That's exactly right. Active hands and aggressive mindset. As a DB, you've got to assume that every throw is going to be a touchdown, and you're the last line of defense, the guy that's got to make the play on the ball, and he just did. After I'd imagine dozens and dozens of kicks into that net on the sideline staying warm, Kate, he finally gets his chance to knock a field goal through the uprights, and of course, he wasn't going to whiff on that opportunity.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
The 49ers find themselves in a great starting spot here. 1st and 10 coming up. to the gun. They'll give it to him inside. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
Back at the 32.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Purdy to throw it. He just got it away before the hit, but the pass winds up incomplete. It's going to be third down.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Looking to throw. And he didn't get enough into that throw. That's low and incomplete, so they're going to be facing fourth down coming up.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that fourth down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure, and let the cover guys go shut it down.
Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30.
At their own 27-yard line.
Minnesota into formation. It's first and 10. They're going to throw here to begin the drive. He's going deep this time. And this is going to end up incomplete. He really aired it out there on first down, but just couldn't make the connection.
Brings up second and
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
They'll try something else from the 27 this time. Second and 10. Back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And the second down run produces 7 before they bring him down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Back to throw it. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
forced to the ground.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
Well, tie game, and they want to be the ones to put this away. They're going for it.
Let's go now. 70 Timberwolves. 18 Pioneer. 19 Lion.
He's back to throw. Completed over the middle. And I don't think he got to the marker. Looked a little short, and yep, indeed, he's marked short. This is a turnover on downs.
One way or the other, that was going to be a decisive play to break this tie. They thought that they could pick it up, no question about it, and build some momentum down the field. But how about a shout-out to that defense, now setting their offense up in great position.
Get set. 18. What's up? 21. Let's start in. Watch the key. Yellow.
First down throw by Purdy. Throwing the out route complete. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. It's the 2-minute warning here in Minneapolis. 49ers in range for a game-winning score. Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10. Right up the gut. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers jump in front late. Ryland now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7.
Vikings 31.
The 49ers have it on the tee as they kick it away here. He fields it from the 8. And this will give him some decent field position here, partner, and this gets out to the 30.
1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Setting up to pass. Trying to push deep downfield. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that 1st down throw. Swatted away by the defense.
On the deep ball.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. The quarterback's fortunate. That was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
He'll look to throw it. This is brought in. Big gain here for Loveland. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. Almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
1st down from the 42. Here he is to throw. Taken in by Loveland. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
8 yards.
The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their 1st. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Back to throw. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. And the 49ers make the play that should win them this game.
There's some serious self-scouting going on right now. What is this quarterback not seeing that has led to these 3 interceptions in just this game? And then overall, what is this offense doing that has this defense clued in coverage-wise to every route combination they're trying to throw?
San Francisco to the line. It's 1st and 10. Toss now to the short side. And they get him for a loss. That's a big one, Brock, and might see them burn a timeout.
It is phenomenally tough to block this guy in a passing situation. Well, equally as tough to block him out there on the edge. He chased that toss down, and I don't envy these guys trying to block that monster today.
Headed in reverse so far. Time to shift into drive. Here's 2nd and 14.
Watch out!
Setting him on the dive. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
So it's a win for the visiting 49ers. And I know it's different for every sport.